Good. And then when you're ready, change sides again. And we already know from the last one he tries to fall out. So I would do my rein change by moving the outside shoulder, the new outside shoulder. Over. Yeah, see, yes, good catch. But that's why it's spurted, because the energy went to the left instead of in front of you. Look between the ears. Yeah, to the right especially. I had the same problem the first time I went to Portugal. I was fine to the left, but to the right I did the same thing. Yes, inside leg. So it's interesting, isn't it, that it's not a big deal for you to get the outside shoulder to come around this way or move, but the other way it is. Yes. Partly why that is, though, is because when you change to the left, he's not really coming around your leg. That's why it feels easier. See, this side, he curves around the leg easier. Excellent. That was much better. Much better. And he didn't change his rhythm, you know? And that's important to note, because when the horse changes the rhythm, be it slow or fast, they're losing their balance. That's why when you get a horse who's really consistent, you know you've got it. Yes.
Can you say that again? Why is it harder for him to go from the right to the left right here?
Because he does not yield off the left leg in the rib cage.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
He pushes into the left rib cage, so it gives him the feeling it's easier to move the right shoulder
Okay.
to the left, the outside shoulder, but he's not doing it by coming around the leg. See, here he moves the rib cage over pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And that's why this side is a little easier for the rein change, which is interesting because that was opposite of the lunging.
And I always notice that in ham riding,
Yeah.
that it's always, when I'm going from right to left, it's always,
Yeah, because he's
disjointed.
pushing, he's not yielding the rib cage away
Okay.
from the leg.
okay.
Yeah, that time he did, though. Yeah, it needs to be at the girth. And if you bring your leg back, it's not an inside leg anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's an outside leg. So you won't be able to move the rib cage over with your leg if it's not at the girth. Yeah, an outside leg can come forward, but an inside leg cannot come back, or it's not an inside leg anymore. And the reason for that is that the inside leg at the girth is what the horse turns around. That's how we can do a rein change without using our legs. We can just change our seat. And then it allows our legs to, change the balance of the horse, not create the direction change. Yeah, don't let him drop your seat to the right when he pushes to the left. And that's just mechanics, you know what I mean? The rib cage is to the left, the right side is lower, and you sit over there naturally. Excellent. Let's try the same thing at the trot. But I want you to think about your trot, because when you think trot, he falls out, and then there's this rushing business, and then you finally trot. So I want you to think for a little while of trotting by moving the outside shoulder in. Okay, just for the transition. You're not going to keep riding that way. Yeah, much better. And once you feel like that's good, you can think of trotting, by lifting his middle or, picking your hips up and forward. That's it, good. So push him off your left leg. Not faster. You could flex it a little, I'm fine with that. Push that rib cage over. There you go. Feel the difference? Yeah. And if you do a rein change and you're like, well, the balance could be better, circle a few times and get it better before you try changing again. Okay, and here you've got to move this left shoulder more around your right leg. There we go. Look between the ears.